A lot of times when we have and I have my first interaction with a prospective new client, it's a lot of feeling out. Clients want to know who you are, who your law firm is. In the internet age today, they generally come to us with a lot of information about who the lawyer is and who the law firm is. But that's stuff that's on a resume. And I think finally the question that I've been asked before that I think is a good one, and it's an interesting one to answer, is why should I hire you? I've talked to 6 lawyers, and they all say they can do marvelous things for me in my case. Why should I pick you over these other people? And I think the reason that I most frequently give is that Brendan and I now have been working together for, I don't know, about 10 years. And one of the things that we did several years ago, being involved in this kind of work, you interact with other law firms and lawyers, and you see how they act and how they treat clients and how they treat staff and how they treat colleagues and judges. And we pretty much committed ourselves a long time ago to ensuring that clients who are involved in this kind of case, where there's thousands of people hurt by the same drug or the same medical device, who are forced to litigate their cases in groups with other clients, most of them not wanting to do that, is to commit ourselves to making clients feel like at least we treat them as individuals. And we have developed our staff around that concept. We've developed our systems in the office around that concept. And we meet every Monday with all of our staff, and we talk about it all the time. Being receptive to clients' questions, answering them on a timely basis, keeping them informed. And frankly, on the keeping them informed on a day-to-day basis, Brenda's much better at that than I am, but she does things that I don't do so well very well, and I hope to say there's a couple of things that I do very well that she doesn't do as well, and so as a team it works really well. You know, what is it that you think makes us different than other people?
Well, I think that how long we've been doing this is really important. I've been doing this type of work exclusively for 22 years. Cal's been doing this type of work for, what, 15 or more. And that's a long time in this business. There are very few lawyers that can say that. And so I think that's important because a lot of times the issues that we're dealing with today don't look that different than the issues that we dealt with 7, 10, 12, 15 years ago. And so if you don't have that kind of background information, it's really, I think that's an impediment. I also agree with Cal. I mean, we believe very strongly in what we're doing. We're very committed to what we're doing. And we also want to make this process as, I mean, it's going to be a stressful process no matter what, but we try to minimize it with information for the clients. If you build realistic expectations of the clients at the beginning of the process and throughout the process, I think they find that it's a lot less stressful for them. And so that's really important, and that's probably one of the main things that we work on. And I also think we do a great job. We're surrounded by a team of people that are very committed as well. They know what's going on, and they feel very strongly about the clients. We settled some cases recently with a group of clients, and we had several that drove for hours here just to give a hug to the legal assistant, and that means a lot. And that's not something that a lot of lawyers experience, but we take that as a win because we did well for that client, but we also established a personal relationship with them in the process, and that's really important.
And we find ourselves frequently representing people from all over. Our office is obviously in West Palm Beach, Florida, but in one particular litigation that I'm handling right now, I think I represent clients in 40 states around the country, and I'm representing those clients in a court that's not in Florida. So it poses some real significant challenges geographically, but it's been really amazing to me. We have some recent feedback from a case that just resolved, many cases resolved, and I did represent clients that were removed from me by multiple states that I never met face to face. And wonderful feedback, like they were right down the street, with regard to the way the staff treated them, how much the information they got, how they clearly understood the process, because we simplified it for them, even though it's a very complex process. And it's gratifying to see that, because it's much different than back in the old days, where 90% of the people I represented, I could get in my car and drive 10 minutes and see. So we know that, and we are sympathetic to clients' concerns about geographic distance, about being involved in a process where they are forced to be litigating their case with other people. And we try our best, dead level best, on a day-to-day basis to ensure that every client is treated with respect, that their questions are answered timely, their concerns are addressed, and that they're educated about the process that they're going through.